Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today is the final, the finale, the end, the coup de grace, the final match of Make Me a Fan of Austin Aries, a.k.a.
A-double.
A-double, the vegan.
The vascular vegan. He used to be the vascular vegetarian, but he then evolved to being vegan.
Like a Pokemon.
Props.
Yes. Vegan is not an easy thing to do. It's definitely not an easy thing to do.
It's a mindset.
And be buff.
Absolutely. But, you have a lot of those strong style boys in the UK right now. They're all vegan. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, all those. Yeah, those guys are all vegan. There's lots of people. Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan's been vegan for a while. There are a lot of pro wrestlers that are vegans now. And Austin Aries made it fashionable and mindful that you should look at vegetarianism as an equivalent and then eventually to veganism. So, again, props to Austin Aries.
Hell yeah. I mean, look, aside from what goes on in the ring, if you are a disciplined person outside of the ring, it shows in your physique, it shows in the way you present yourself, and that, in my opinion, is not an easy thing to do. 100%. Me and the wife a couple years ago, we did that Whole 30. That wasn't even vegetarian or vegan. That was just, monitoring what you eat. That was hard.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. I did lose a bunch of weight. Probably should do that again. But back to the wrestling. We got a TNA championship match.
World title match.
Between Austin Aries and Bobby Roode.
Destination X 2012.
Wow, 2012. All right, so Bobby Roode at this point, you said he's a TNA original, so he made his debut. You said he was Team Canada.
And then eventually he got into Beer Money with... so then America's Most Wanted ended up breaking up. And then eventually Bobby started tagging with James Storm, and then they were Beer Money. And now Beer Money's kind of had their run, and they've split, and now Bobby Roode's getting a run at the title.
All right.
A much-deserved run at the title.
Now, which Roode are we going to see? Is it going to be Bobby or Robert? And I think the way we can tell that is the facial hair. So we'll find out today.
Yeah, it'll be Bobby Roode.
All right. This is going to be exciting because I do love me some Bobby Roode. I feel like he is underutilized. I think he is prolific and gifted. He falls into kind of that Dolph Ziggler category where it's like this guy could legitimately be champion at any moment if given the right storyline and the right opportunity. And so I don't know if TNA did it right with him, kind of like Christian, right? Maybe, maybe not, but we're going to find out in just a few minutes. So is there anything that the people need to know before we watch this? Dave Meltzer ratings, anything like that?
The Observer gave this a 4.5 stars.
Okay, all right.
And Cage Match says this is an 8.9.
Wow, 8.9? All right, well, damn it, I'm going to watch it now. So we're going to go to Impact Plus, and I'm going to put a link to it in the description so you can watch it as well, because the Encyclopedia is going to press the play button when?
Right about now.
All right, so we just saw Austin Aries win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship from Bobby Roode. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, the thing I noticed, and we talked about this on the couch, of course, is the explosiveness.
For sure.
Austin Aries, his matches have a rhythm to it. It kind of ebbs and flows, which all matches should have, and all matches should do. But I feel like he has these bursts and these explosions of offense, which we talked about even against Samoa Joe, where all of a sudden, bam, he just comes out of nowhere and hits you with something real quick, and it's a flurry, which if you watch combat sports, you watch boxing, MMA, Taekwondo, whatever you want to call it, that's how people tend to go. There's a feeling out process, and then, somebody messes up, and wham, and it's over. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know, you've seen enough fights, whether it's street fights or boxing or whatever.
MMA, you're right. There's that window opens,
yes,
and it's just like I only need to use a little bit here, but it's like dynamite. It comes in a little package,
yes.
but when exploded at the right spot, it changes the momentum.
And it also gives you a feeling watching an Austin Aries match that it could end at any moment, and he can be down and beaten for 10 minutes, and then you miss one thing,
and that window opens,
and it's over, which is kind of what happened here, right? Because, Bobby Roode, the heel, he's cheating to win, and he misses, and bam, brainbuster, 1, 2, 3, new champion. So that part of it was awesome. I feel like, and I don't want to preach and go on a rant, okay, but I feel like that's something that's missing from pro wrestling right now is the feeling that it could happen at any moment, and that it's going to change. Because I guarantee you, if you watch AEW Double or Nothing 2 this weekend, what's going to happen? In my opinion, two things are going to happen. You're going to see a lot of high spots and, waiting and whatever, but you're also going to see a lot of long freaking matches. I think the average, if I were to guess, I'd say the average match time in AEW is 20 minutes. And it's not even championship, it's just Bob versus Joe. You know what I mean? 20-minute matches. And it doesn't have to be that way. The Samoa Joe match was, 16 minutes we watched a couple days ago?
Phenomenal.
This one wasn't even, was it 20 minutes?
20 minutes. But it was action-packed.
It was, and there was a story being told. And you see Bobby Roode get frustrated. You see Bobby Roode try to cheat. You see the Bobby Roode take out the referee. Like, there's a lot going on, and so you're entertained because you don't know how this is going to end. Is he going to get away with it and continue to be champion, or can Austin Aries find a way to take the victory? Which, of course, Austin Aries found a way, and he found it in just a tiny little opening, bam, and it's over.
Absolutely. So, Bobby Roode was, and still is, the longest reigning TNA Impact World Champion at 256 days.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a great run. He defended the title 16 times in that run up to it. The other thing that Austin Aries gave us that has been invoked multiple times is Option C.
Yes.
Where the current X Division champion has the option to relinquish the title to then take on the champion.
Now, is that only at Destination X?
Well, it's changed a little bit because Destination X isn't back. The last time it happened, Brian Cage traded in, he took Option C and beat Johnny Impact at Homecoming.
Okay.
But it's usually been for Destination X because they like to do Ultimate X, which is something that I think we'll do a Make Me a Fan of at some point, where we'll show him the best of Ultimate X, and I don't even know which ones we're going to pick, guys, because there's so many good Ultimate X matches.
Recommend some in the comments, if you will, because I have no idea what he's talking about. But I will say that a lot of times when you watch wrestling, like, I don't know, and I'm talking out of turn here, but when you train martial arts, boxing, whatever, and you watch a Van Damme movie, or you watch a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which is something that I freaking love, you know that the guy that they're trading punches and kicks, and then Van Damme gets shot, and he keeps kicking, and then he does a jump spinning back kick to the chin, and the guy gets up and just goes, you know?
Yeah, and it just keeps going.
It takes you out of the freaking movie, at least me, it takes me out of the movie. Or a better example, Rocky's boxing sequences, where there's no guards. They're not even having their hands up, you know? They just punch, you know, and they take turns punching each other. It takes the believability out of it for people who know what the hell they should be looking for.
Correct.
And so the same kind of thing happens when you have these spot fest matches where there's no real story being told, and it's just a transition to high spots. Probably my biggest pet peeve in all of wrestling, not just AEW, but all of wrestling, are the no-sells. When they hit you with something big, and you just pop up and get right to the next thing.
No big deal.
One thing that Austin Aries does well is that he sells his ass off, and then
whether he's giving it or getting it.
You damn right.
Both ways. He works both ways of the street, whether he's taking it or he's giving it. And that's the difference is a lot of guys are good at either giving it or taking it, but they're not necessarily bi-directional.
You damn right. That's 100% exactly what I was thinking, put quite well by the Encyclopedia. So you're engaged because whether he's giving or taking, he's working, and then when he gets an opportunity, when he gets an opening, bam, it can be over that quickly, and it sucks you in and makes you care that much more. I think I cared more about these matches than I've cared about a lot of matches that we've watched because I didn't know how it was going to end. It wasn't like a preconceived notion like, well, I know Aries is going to win the title, and he's going to get his ass kicked for 15 minutes, and then he's going to come back and hulk up, and then he's going to hit his brain buster, you know?
And be done with it,
No, it can happen that fast, which again creates an element of realism, which is almost like a bad word when it comes to wrestling. But it's an element of realism that you get when you watch MMA, that you get when you watch boxing. How many times have you been watching an MMA fight and somebody just slips up and eats an elbow or eats a front? Hell, what's his name? Machida hit that front kick.
Yeah, as you say, a front kick. So you've seen those happen times where you either kick them in the chest, you kick them in the thigh, and all of a sudden they drop their guard and boom, lights out. It's an elbow, it's a fist, it's right to the temple, and it's game over.
And that quickly, which is why, and we talked about this before, the Judas effect is a believable finisher, even though he doesn't throw it as well as I would like him to. Again, I'm no expert, but the elbow, whatever. Bottom line is, it's a believable finisher.
It looks pretty darn solid. That like if we were in a fight, and that's a way to go out.
Oh yeah, dude. You eat an elbow? Night.
I mean, come on. We saw that Chris Hero with Kings of Wrestling.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Chris Hero selling it like a mug.
I love that dude's elbows and the elbow pad and the whole nine. Fantastic. But Austin Aries, you are prolific and gifted.
Well, he's the greatest man that ever lived.
Well,
he has that title.
That is something that he has crowned himself. The Encyclopedia could be the greatest man that ever.
Oh, no. That's Austin Aries.
Okay, all right. We'll give that to Austin Aries. However, if Austin Aries ever brings his ass the 4-hour drive to Southern California,
or we see him at Vegas,
or we see him at Future Stars, you get the patented Mega Powers handshake, a hug, a high five. I would say a highball, but you probably don't drink if you're vegan.
No, he enjoys wine.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right.
He does enjoy, and he also actually has a great collection of liquor bottles from his family.
Okay.
He shows it off on his Instagram. His Instagram is a phenomenal one, guys, just so that you can see how someone lives a great vegan life. Right now, since there's no gym, he's been using stones and resistance training and showing how to do training at home with that. So,
all right.
I think that's the other thing that, as we put a bow on it, they said over and over is both Bobby Roode and Austin Aries are dedicated guys, that they get up and they work out, and that they eat a specific regimen and that they follow it, and this is what greatness looks like, because they have to dedicate themselves to that.
And that's what makes a champion, right? And whether it's pro wrestling, boxing, whatever, dedication and discipline are key, which is why I am not a champion. But perhaps someday I can come back. You never know. This is the wrestling world after all. I was actually going to say a hug, a high five, and some herbal, because I assumed. As a vegan and a natural plant-loving man, he might like plants in other ways.
Oh, yes.
But
Oh, yes.
I was just looking for another H, and I thought herbal. But I don't know. I do not understand that world. The Encyclopedia knows that world, and maybe he and Austin Aries can talk about it after I get my Mega Powers handshake. You never know. You never know. But Austin Aries, you are prolific and gifted. If you go to our store on Pro Wrestling Tees, you can pick up a prolific and gifted t-shirt. Of course, if you want Mr. Aries, the Jag will send you one free of charge, but you gotta wear it. And so, Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
What is happening tomorrow?
So we are about to venture into a series. We already saw Samoa Joe 2 days ago, but now we're going to do the full Joe effect, and we're going to watch a Ring of Honor match.
Nice.
We're going to watch a TNA match.
All right.
And then we're going to watch one from WWE, and believe it or not, all three of them are fantastic.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, look, you made me a fan of Austin Aries. I'm already a fan of Samoa Joe. But after seeing him a couple of days ago doing Ring of Honor, doing this thing with Austin Aries, I don't know if I've ever seen Samoa Joe's Ring of Honor stuff. So you're going to show me that tomorrow?
Oh, yes.
All right. So bring your butts back tomorrow for more prolific and giftedness with the Encyclopedia Pete Trerice, Jefferson Alonzo Greene, a.k.a. The Jag, as we watch Samoa Joe do his thing across three different promotions, and I have a good feeling it's going to be pretty damn entertaining. So, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and we will see you when?
Tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Take care, guys.